Everyone, and welcome to this Public Schools of Robeson County Board meeting on January the 13th, 2026. At this time, we're going to have a moment of silence. Thank you. Next up, we have Oxendine Elementary School here tonight for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good evening, everyone. We are Oxendine Beta, and on 1, 2, 3.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bird. If you would, can we have those students introduce themselves and what grade they're in?
My name is Micah Emanuel. My name is Kaisley Pearson.
My name is Kaylee Strickland in 6th grade.
My name is Jaleesa Lewis.
My name is Antonio Leggett.
My name is Tyler Craig in 4th grade.
My name is Brylan Barton in the 4th grade.
My name is Nakaden Craven. I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Paisley Bullard.
My name is Kahana Locklear, 5th grade.
My name is Sakai Hatcher in 6th grade.
My name is Kinsley Clemens in 6th grade.
My name is Carter Parts in 5th grade.
My name is Johnny Locklear, and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Tyler Smith, and I'm in 6th grade.
My name is Malia Leggett, and I'm in 6th grade.
Let's give a round of applause for these Oxendine Beta. We thank y'all for doing the Pledge of Allegiance for us. Ms. Bird, thank you for the job that you do as well. Dr. Emanuel?
Make a comment.
Yes, ma'am.
I taught at Oxendine School for 13 years, and I hope some of the parents of your parents probably would know me, but that's the only community where they would kill hogs and bring me meat, bake cakes, bring me food. It's a close-knit community, and I'm very proud of you students, very proud of you. Thank you.
Dr. Emanuel, one thing I said about my beta is if you notice, we have a lot of siblings. So I said that's a great representation of my families from Oxendine.
Thank y'all. Next up, we have adoption of the agenda. I got a motion by Ms. Crystal Monroe, a second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Approval of minutes. Motion by Mr. Craig Lowry, a second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it as well. Information items, Lumbee Tribe recognition, Dr. Freddie Williamson and Jessica Seeley.
Mr. Chair, board members, to Robeson County after 137 years of effort. We say congratulations to the Lumbee Nation for being recognized by the Congress in 2026. What an awesome, awesome act of justice. So we want to say on behalf of the public schools of Robeson County, all of the citizens and the school board, we want to recognize, and so Ms. Jessica Seeley tonight is going to share with you a letter of congratulations that we'll ask each board member to sign and send to the tribe as part of the record that we join in saying congratulations on this accomplishment. Jessica.
Good evening. The Public Schools of Robeson County and PSRC Board of Education extends a heartfelt congratulations to the Lumbee Tribe of North Carolina on achieving full federal recognition. This historic milestone marks the culmination of more than a century of perseverance and advocacy by the Lumbee people and their leaders. After 137 years of effort, Congress included the Lumbee Fairness Act in the 2026 National Defense Authorization Act, and President Donald Trump signed it into law on December 18, 2025, officially granting the Lumbee Tribe full federal recognition. Federal recognition opens doors to additional resources that can profoundly impact the lives of tribal members, including many of our students and families, by expanding access to services that can strengthen opportunities for future generations. This achievement is a powerful affirmation of the Lumbee's identity, history, and resilience. And we're proud of our strong partnerships with the Lumbee Tribe, and we anticipate a brighter future ahead for our communities, our schools, and our county as a whole. Thank you.
Mr. Chair, if you would, please, we'll ask any comments from any board members that also want to offer their personal, please.
Dr. Terry Locklear.
I would like to second that sentiment from the board. Congratulations to the tribe on this monumental accomplishment. I'm hopeful that we're going to continue strengthening our relationship with the tribe and continue working with those leaders to impact the lives daily of our huge Native population. This is a historic moment for the tribe and for the public schools of Robeson County. This is a huge opportunity for us to capitalize on, and I'm hopeful that we'll be strengthening those partnerships and taking advantage of all of the resources that are yet to come to our county. Thank you.
Dr. Emanuel.
I second everything that's been said. I hope no one sees this as an I against you. I hope we see this as a we, that we're working together to strengthen the education opportunities for these children and the health care for the seniors and whatever else comes around, because this is Robco, and I think we love each other. And I want to commend Mr. Phillips the other night. He was talking, and he almost emotional when we were talking about how we love where we lived, and how when people left, I don't care where you went, when you went off to get your fortune, you always wanted to come home. So I echo your congratulations. I think that those who work hard to get this happen, and many people work hard, we thank you for that. Thank you.
Mr. Henry Brewer.
I'd like to say that in 1994, I went on the first elected tribal government with a constitution, which made it legally the first elected body. And my father was right beside me representing a different district, and he's deceased now. And I remember him telling me that he would not see federal recognition, but his grandkids would. And he is just so right. And when that decision was voted on and made, it was like I caught myself picking up the phone to call my dad to tell him. That's a great accomplishment for me.
Mr. Craig Lowry.
Thank you, Chairman Britt.
Yes, sir.
I could echo everything everybody said. It's very true, and we all of us have our different thoughts. But I do want to say, and I think we all know this, all of what's coming is not going to be tomorrow. It might be 2 or 3 years before we see any real benefits. But as we say sometimes, there's one chance to get this right. Things are going to come in. We have to have people in place where we're working together with the tribe and the other entities that might come in, and we get this stuff right. Because folks, I can't even imagine how much changing this can be for the educational benefits in this county. And the medical benefits and educational, whether I get to see it or not, my children and grandchildren hopefully will. And I'm just thankful for it. Thank you.
Ms. Christy Fields.
And on behalf of the 10,000 Native students in our school system, I just want to say it's a good day to be Lumbee. Thank you.
Mr. John Simmons.
I just want to say congratulations to the Lumbee tribe. It's a great honor, and I'm honored to have my name on that letter sent to them. It's a great accomplishment.
Mr. Vontae Leach.
Also want to say congratulations to the Lumbee tribe on this historic event, and look forward to continuing to work and strengthen our relationship with the tribe. Thank you.
Ms. Crystal Monroe.
Same. I just echo everything, and it is a big accomplishment, and just congratulations to everybody that worked really hard to get to where it is today.
Mr. Bradley Phillips.
I can only imagine just how processes work, the behind the scenes efforts that probably go unnoticed, to get such recognition. So I think it's a proud moment for Robeson County. I'm excited to have my name on that letter as well. I think it's gonna benefit our community greatly.
Good.
Very good thing for Robeson County. Dr. Williamson, next item will be School Board Members Appreciation Month.
Great. Before we do that, I do want to say personally from me, it is a proud moment for all of us. The future is bright and again, long overdue. I do want to say, and as Dr. Locklear, you sent an email out today. Can you share that information, opportunity to learn a little bit more about this, please?
So there's an upcoming webinar that's being hosted through a group of attorneys out of Washington, D.C. Miss Orlando Locklear is a part of that group. AC Locklear and a couple of other ones. I think Jody Cummins. I think they're all attorneys. But the webinar is going to be geared toward leaders throughout the county to discuss how this recognition may impact the community. I text the information out to a few of our county commissioners as well, and I'm encouraging our board members to attend, because I would imagine that there's no cookie cutter or no schematic for how these types of relationships get implemented throughout the nation. All of them are going to be different, and how it's implemented here is going to be different from how it was implemented in another place. One of the advantages that we have is our current infrastructure throughout the county. We already have a strong healthcare system. We have a strong education system. And I think the future of these entities, if there's any opportunity for you to work, for us to work with the tribe and sort of capitalize on what we already have, will be greatly, it'll greatly benefit us in the future. I think moving forward, when you look 20, 30 years down the road and people ask the question, how did the public schools of Robeson County engage throughout this process? History is going to judge us by how we respond. And that can go many different directions. I would encourage everyone around this table to embrace this opportunity, view it as a stepping stone to help us to educate these children, to take advantage of all the benefits that are going to be bestowed upon us moving forward. It's a huge opportunity. Don't forget, please, if you can, participate in that webinar. It's going to be very informative.
Right.
It's the 29th. Yes, it's the 29th at 6 o'clock. I sent it to the board today. So it's a free webinar. Just go ahead and register. There's no better group in the United States suited to answer any questions that we may have about this process than these individuals that's going to be on this panel.
I would also mention, it is our intent in the February board meeting, Lord willing, that our school board attorney, Mr. Richard Schwartz, he will begin to present some information also to help us be ready. Doesn't this align with our theme, one team, one goal? It aligns with that work. Mr. Chair, thank you for allowing me to be here for a minute. Let me ask our cabinet if you'll come, please. As you know, January is School Board Appreciation Month. And so it's always an honor when we can recognize this outstanding school board. It is an honor to serve with you. We appreciate all that you do, the long hours, the many phone calls, all the questions that you answer to help us to accomplish this work. We do not take it for granted. It is hard work. It will try your souls. You have to make hard, tough decisions. And I don't care what decision you make, somebody's going to be happy and somebody's going to be sad or mad. But that's the nature of our work. I can say to this board that I've had the privilege of working, and this is my fourth board. I have, and I am enjoying working with you. Honor you for your work and for your service. Honor you for your backbone and your commitment to do what's right for kids. And so tonight, we just want to say thank you for all you do. And I do hope that the public also recognize and appreciate the time you put in away from family and all that you do. I said it last year, I'll say it now. There's no question when you cross over, God's going to look at you and say, well done, thou good and faithful servant. You've been faithful over a few things. I'm going to make you a ruler over the school board in heaven. Thank you so much. Now, let me ask board members if y'all would come, please, and join us. Line up across the front. And then, Melissa, before they leave tonight, we have what for them? Say it, Lila. We have a ham. So please don't leave without you taking your ham tonight. If you line up across the front, I do want to give any cabinet member an opportunity to share your thoughts with the board, and then if we can find it, we may have some other gifts for you if we can find them. Okay. Any cabinet member?
I would just say thank you for all the support. I know there's a lot of hard work and we need your support in what we do in curriculum and in EC and all the other areas. And I just appreciate the discussions that we have about meeting the needs of our students on a daily basis.
Public Schools of Robeson County Communications Department says thank you for all that you do. We really appreciate you. And because of you, we can do what we do each day in our classrooms across the district. Thank you.
Again, I'd just like to say thank you for everyone. As everyone's already said, it takes all of us working together for one team, one goal to make things work with PSRC. I appreciate it.
Good evening, everyone. I want to thank you for the work that you do for the public schools of Robeson County and especially the children, because they're the most important reason that we're here. And again, thank you for everything, and we do appreciate it. And most importantly, I want to say thank you as a personal individual. You have been really good to me. Many of you have said very good things to me along the way about the department and how well they work. And I'm pleased to say that we love you in our department. So thank you very much.
Good evening. Again, I want to reiterate everything everyone before me has said. Thank you for your commitment and hard work. And as Dr. Williamson has already stated, we can only get this accomplished if we work as one team and one goal.
Good evening, good evening, good. I'm just so grateful for the, I love all of you, really do. I know. But listen, I really do appreciate every last single board member. I've had great relationships with each of you individually and as a collective. The respect that you guys exemplified for my Department of Human Resources, I truly thank you. And I'm just truly thankful for the relationships we're building and for what we're doing for our district and making our district the best district in the state. Thank you.
And now we just have, again, to be able to say thank you. We have something for you, and we'll each pass you just like a check, maybe money.
All right, I'm going to ask the board to come on back up because next item is monthly impact award with Mr. Jamal Campbell. So come on back up.
There you go. Good evening, Chairman Britt, Dr. Williamson, school board members. I am here tonight to recognize the January 2026 Impact Award recipients. Our recipients exemplify our district's one team, one goal motto. These individuals work collectively to cultivate a supportive and thriving school environment. We want to thank Cakes and Pastries and Lumberton for sponsoring this month's gift cards. Also want to thank Mr. Brandon Ventura and Sign City for sponsoring our plaques. So for our certified employee impact award, I want to invite Mr. Ricardo Navarrete and Ms. Katasha Sun to the podium, please. The district proudly recognizes Mr. Ricardo Navarrete, band music teacher at Orem Middle School, as the January Certified Impact Award recipient. Ms. Katasha, principal, stated, as the band teacher and the DTL coach, Mr. Navarrete truly embodies the spirit of one team, one goal. He willingly steps in to help in any capacity when needed and consistently supports both scholars and staff. His positive attitude, flexibility, and teamwork make him an invaluable member of our school community and a role model for collaboration. As a district, we celebrate and honor Mr. Navarrete for the powerful difference he makes each day in the lives of students, colleagues, and our overall school community. Thank you, sir.
I'm standing beside the sun. I'm a little better.
I feel like I cheated. Thank you.
Appreciate all you do, sir.
For our classified impact award recipient, we want to invite Ms. Christy Ward and her principal, Ms. Christine Trisante, to the podium, please. The Public Schools of Robeson County proudly honors Ms. Christy Ward, Secretary Bookkeeper at Parkton School, as the district's January Classified Impact Award recipient. Her principal, Ms. T, shared, Ms. Christy has devoted 36 years to the Public Schools of Robeson County, including 26 years at Parkton Elementary, where she is both a proud alumni and an indispensable member of the school community. As Secretary and Bookkeeper, she goes far above her official duties, serving as the heart of the school by supporting daily operations, assisting students and staff, and preserving Parkton's history and spirit. Her adaptability and commitment to growth demonstrate her ability to thrive in a changing environment, continuously enhance her skills, and contribute positively to the overall efficiency and professionalism of the office. Deeply respected, Ms. Christie embodies loyalty, professionalism, and a lifelong dedication to Parkton Elementary and the school community. As a district, we celebrate and honor Ms. Ward for the powerful difference she makes each day. Thank members, if we can come to the podium.
Come on, let me swing his knee back.
I'm right in
This
the
way.
middle like
Wow.
Thank y'all.
Thank you, guys.
Be good now.
Thank you. Okay, all the way around.
Thank you.
Ms. Sellers with the update on prime time. If you will hold on 1 second, we're going to go ahead and get the beginning teacher of the year with Mr. Jamal Campbell, since we have all the board members up here.
So once again, good evening, Chairman Britt, school board members, and Dr. Williamson. We want to invite Ms. Ryan Jacobs to the front because she's going to be recognized for our, she's a finalist for the MCAT Beginning Teacher of the Year for the state. She's one of the finalists for that, and so we want to invite her up to the front. And so we're super excited, and I'm going to have Ms. Nakia McKeever, our Director of Personnel and our Beginning Teacher Coordinator, to give you some background information, and I'll come back with our presentation.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, school board members, and Dr. Williamson. North Carolina's Beginning Teacher Program is designed to support, mentor, and develop new educators as they begin their careers in the classroom. It emphasizes strong instruction, professional growth, collaboration, and commitment to student success. Beginning teachers are asked to do a lot, learn the curriculum, build relationships, manage classrooms, and inspire students all at the same time. Those who truly shine set the tone for a long and meaningful career in education. Ms. Ryan Jacobs exemplifies what this program is all about. Through her dedication, passion for students, and willingness to learn and grow, she has made a positive impact in her classroom and school community from the very start. Her dedication, professionalism, and care for students have not gone unnoticed. Congratulations, and thank you for the difference you make every day.
So I also want to just include some information about our finalists. The Public Schools of Robeson County proudly recognizes Ms. Ryan Jacobs, Union Chapel Elementary School teacher, as a finalist for the MCAT 2026 Burroughs Welcome Fund North Carolina Beginning Teacher of the Year. Her principal, Mr. Antonio Wilkins, and the district staff commend her enthusiasm for teaching and the exceptional level of engagement she fosters with her students. Her passion for education and genuine love for her students have set a remarkable standard for all beginning teachers to follow. As a district, we are thrilled to celebrate this outstanding achievement and look forward to the continued impact she will make throughout her career with us. And so at this time, we're going to present our plaque, and we're at Mr. Antonio, he's here. And so we're going to present our plaque this afternoon, and we'll have Mr. Kidd to read our plaque, and then we're going to invite the family to come to take a picture.
Presented to Ryan Jacobs, Union Chapel Elementary School educator. In recognition of being selected as a finalist for the North Carolina Center for the Advancement of Teaching 2026 Burroughs Welcome Fund North Carolina Beginning Teacher of the Year Award. This honor reflects outstanding dedication to students, excellence in teaching, and a commitment to educational leadership. Presented by the Public Schools of Robeson County Board of Education, January 13th, 2026.
And now we're going to invite Ms. Jacobs' family to the front as well to take a picture.
Ryan, go in front of the podium, in front of the podium.
Oh, okay, okay.
Distance. So I can say a few words. All right, I just would like to say, Ms. Ryan Jacobs, she's a wonderful teacher. She's a product of this county as well. I want to make sure we recognize that. I know she went through Magnolia and I think St. Paul's High School. Right, Ms. Ryan? Which high school? Which high school? Lumberton, yeah, Lumberton High School. I apologize. Also, her mother's a public school teacher as well. I think her last stint was at Magnolia, right? But like I say, she does a great job. And I don't want this to be taken the wrong way or anything, but the one thing I did, I didn't really plan to say anything, believe it or not, but I would like to say she don't follow the curriculum follows her, if that makes any sense, and what I mean by that is basically she brings it to life. You're welcome any day of the week, it's not like a dog and pony show. So if you'd like to see a great teacher, come to Union Chapel. And not just, we have great teachers, but definitely Miss Ryan, she's definitely earned that plaque there. That just wasn't a little show she put on. And also, I know she appreciates it, but the support y'all gave her, the things y'all support through the county, she just embraced all of it, and I know she contributes that as a factor too, but also she's just a talented individual, she's just amazing is all I can say. So thank you. Thank you.
And so we want to announce as well, next month at our February board meeting, we will have NCAT actually come down and do a presentation from the state. And so board members will have this, we'll do it again, but the state will be doing a presentation for Ms. Jacobs being a finalist in that process.
Congratulations again, Ms. Ryan Jacobs. Next on the agenda, we have update on prime time. Ms. Melinda Sellers.
Hello. Good evening, Chairman Britt, school board members, and Superintendent Dr. Freddie Williamson. I'd like to give you just an update, a little bit of information about the prime time program. My name is Melinda Sellers. I am the prime time coordinator for Public Schools of Robeson County. I began this role back in July. The prime time program is considered a support service in our county. You may also hear it referred to as before school care and after school care, morning care, but it's all part of the prime time. It is designed as a support for working families to provide a safe, reliable, and affordable care for our students, their children, outside of the regular school day. We have 13 school sites that serve as primetime sites. I can share those with you if you wish. 11 of those sites are certified by the North Carolina Division of Child Development and Early Education, and we are governed by the North Carolina Child Care laws, very similar to the pre-K programs and Shining Stars without the curricular component of that. Our primetime operates on regular school days, not teacher work days, not holidays, obviously. If there's a school delay, there's no morning service. If there's an early release, there's no afternoon service. But on regular school days, we have prime time. Our morning care begins approximately an hour before school starts. So generally speaking, that's 6:30 to 7:30 a.m. And I appreciate the staff members who come in that early, because that's a very early day, if you ask me. And then our after-school care goes until 6 p.m. in the afternoon. So when school gets out, all the way up until 6 p.m. The enrollment process for our primetime program is very simple. There's an application, there's an enrollment packet, and you fill that out at the school, turn that in to the school site coordinator. I mentioned earlier that our program is affordable, and it's designed to be that way to support not only parents, but also some of our PSRC workers who utilize the program. We have had no fee increases in at least 10 years. And I know this because I looked back through some of my old handbooks just to see how we may have increased the fees. Back in my 2015-16 handbook from Carroll Middle, the fees are exactly as they are today. After school care costs $32 per week for one child. That is, if you have two children from the same family at the same school, then it goes from 32 to 42. An additional child is 52, and we add $10, not $32 for each child. We increase it by $10 for each child. If you pay for after school care, then you are also eligible to come to morning care, or before school care. Now, there are some people who only need the care in the mornings, and that price is $13 for one child, $18 for two, and $21 for three. That is from the same family attending the same school. Aside from parent pay, there is another way that we receive pay for students who attend the after-school care program. That's through a DSS child care voucher system. And we encourage parents who might qualify for that to contact their DSS caseworker for more information. That's another way that they can pay for the after-school care services. After-school care includes a daily snack, time for homework. They do centers. We have outside playtime. So there are a lot of activities just to keep children engaged. And I've been to all of the sites actually this year several times, and they seem to really enjoy the time when they're at centers and talking and working with their peers, doing things like Jenga, or they love Legos. I'm looking to get some Magna tiles. I want to look for a grant to get them some of those type of hands-on activities. They really love that. So it's not only a place for the children to go and be kept during after school, but there's also emotional and social growth that happens there. Our students are building confidence, independence, they're building friendships. And in our program, the site workers, and I like to say prime time is the best time. It's the best extended school time. We do range anywhere from 22 to 60 students in our program at each school. We have approximately 450 students enrolled. 470 was the highest number enrollment that I can find for this school year. We have over 50 trained staff members working in the primetime program. Some of them also work in our schools during the day. They serve as teachers, instructional assistants, custodians, cafeteria workers, and substitute teachers. We also have retirees who work in our program. I would be one of those. And then some at the sites as well. And then community members who really do a fine job of coming in and working in the after-school programs and loving our children is what they do. They seem to really enjoy it, and the children do as well. And there's some training and certifications that are necessary to work the program. We have an orientation at the beginning of the year to kind of take care of all of those, and we share that, the staff members, what they need. But with the growing demand for childcare for our school-age children, there's been a lot of information out about that during, excuse me, especially during the Christmas break. I read 2 or 3 articles about it online. There is a need for after-school care or for school care in general, daycare centers in general for those who work. And it's becoming harder and harder to get. So we consider our primetime program an essential service for our families. And I just like to say, I appreciate the board's support of this very valuable program.
Ms. Sellers, I
Yes.
definitely appreciate you, and I appreciate all the primetime staff that they do at each of the schools, because I know that is extra, but still appreciate what they do for our students.
Yes.
Dr. Terry Locklear.
Thank you, Ms. Simmons, for that information. I appreciate you coming back to the county and heading up this program. It seems like a wonderful venture. I have a quick question. Do we have a maximum ratio for the number of students per worker?
Yes, we work under an enhanced ratio of 20-1. The state allows for a few more than that, but we keep the 20-1 ratio in our program.
Okay, that's all I was wondering. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you said 6:30 in the morning?
Yes.
So 6:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. So, if you think about it, we have children under our care for almost 12 hours a day throughout the county.
We
So,
do.
major responsibility.
We
Thank
do.
you.
And morning care is a really good way for students to get ready for their day. When I was principal at Peterson, I was always appreciative for my worker there because I knew that she was setting the tone for those students for the rest of the day. And it is important. Bus drivers do the same thing.
Any other comments?
Thank you.
Ms. Sellers, thank you. Next on the agenda is Child and Adult Care Food Program. Ms. Jennifer Hannah.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Williamson, and board members. As part of our yearly requirement, I'm here to discuss the Shining Stars Food Program. Shining Stars facilities operate their food program through the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services and the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The Child and Adult Care Food Program, also known as CACFP, is a federally funded program that is administered and funded by the United States Department of Agriculture and Food and Nutrition Services. The purpose of the program is to ensure that eligible children and adults who attend qualifying non-residential care facilities receive nutritious meals. The CACFP meal patterns ensure that infants, children, and adults at participating centers have access to healthy food throughout the day. CACFP meals and snacks include whole grains, a variety of vegetables and fruits with less added sugar and saturated fat. Our staff works diligently to ensure healthy and nutritional meals that vary with the seasons and the cultures that represent our students. This year, Shining Stars renewed our application for 199 participants. With that enrollment, we were awarded an estimated $211,132.47. This award total can vary with the fluctuation of student enrollment throughout the year. The total breaks down to 132 students eligible for free meals, 27 students eligible for reduced meals, and 40 students who were denied eligibility. All students who are denied eligibility are covered through a reduced rate with CACFP and local funds from our NC Pre-K partners. This grant helps to support our cafeteria staff salaries and other students' meals throughout the school 25-26 school year. Thank you.
Any other comments? Mr. Henry Brewer.
So making it clear, no student really pays,
Not
but
as-
there is qualifications they had to meet.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So
we're making it happen.
we make it happen.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hannah. Next up, we have public comments. The first one on public comments is Eco Quig. Eco Quig. Present. Okay. Next up is Mr. Bosco Locklear. Mr. Bosco, I'm just going to let you know whenever you start talking, the 3 minutes will start.
Okay, that's fine too. Mr. Henry, you made the statement about you and your dad serving on the Lumbee Council together. As you will remember, I was part of the original Constitutional Assembly along with your dad, representing 44 Lumbee churches that drafted the first Constitution. And I would tell you, your dad was a man among men. His yeas was yea and his nays was nay. Now I would say good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, board members, staff, and guests. I am Bosco Locklear, 614 Melinda Road, Pembroke, North Carolina, and that is located in downtown Prospect. We came before you in November to ask that you name the new School of Career and Technology, the Harding Hunt School of Career and Technology. We gave you a package that included support letters. At this time, I would like to speak about those support letters, starting with a letter from Reverend Dennis Hempstead, pastor of Mentors Chapel, Reverend Dr. Mike Cummings, Bishop Reverend Lysandra Hunt, a letter from the mayors of Red Springs, Pembroke, and Fairmont, Dr. Maisie Gibson, Community and School Student Support Coordinator, North Carolina House of Representative Garland Pierce, former House of Representative Charles Graham, Lumbee Tribal Chairman John Larry, who represents 60,000 Lumbee Indians, UNCP Chancellor Dr. Robin Cummings. That's to name a few. There are at least 5 schools in this system named after white folk. There's 4 named after black folk, and there's 2 named after Indian folks. So I would ask you the question, is it so wrong to name one more school after Indians? Mr. Craig, you made the statement that you only have one chance to make it right. Well, you can do that tonight, folks, by honoring 2 of the best Lumbees that's ever walked in this county. That's Dr. Barry Harding and Dr. Johnny Hunt. Now, you want to make it right? The man that serves represents the 60,000 Indians. He signed on to it. The chairman of the tribe, he thinks it's right to do that. And so we're asking you again, let's do the right thing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bosco. Next up, Ms. Lois Dean DeFreeze. Mr. Freese, you will have 3 minutes.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Williamson, and board members. At the last board meeting, we asked for the technology school to be named for Dr. Barry Harding and Dr. Johnny Hunt. Tonight, I want to reiterate the contributions made by these 2 gentlemen. Both have records of recognizable accomplishments, awards, leadership, and service in Robeson County. They have exhibited honesty, integrity, sense of fairness, and dedication. You all received letters of support from members of the community. Some board members have received opposition to the school being named in honor of Dr. Harding and Dr. Hunt. Since there is support and opposition, why not schedule a public hearing for the purpose of hearing from the community in support of opposition to naming the technology school in honor of Dr. Barry Harden and Dr. Johnny Hunt? Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Freese. Next up, we have Mr. Gary Locklear. Mr. Locklear, you will have 3 minutes.
Thank you. I'm Gary Locklear. Thank you for what you do for the good people of Robeson County. We all know why we're here, or at least speaking publicly now, about the committee's recommendation to put a plaque instead of naming this building after these two honorable people. Where is the public opposition? I'm sure they'll be right behind me to speak if there's such a groundswell of opposition to this. And you tell us about it when you get a turn to speak. If there's opposition, tell us why. If you're not for it, then tell us why you're not for it. To the other board members who don't serve on the committee, you know you're not bound by their recommendation. I mean, it is just that, a recommendation, of course. And if you're for it, tell us that. If you're against it, tell us that. I'm way too old to just do this dance. There's obviously a voting bloc that's formed. My prediction right now, the votes, unless somebody is willing to step up. Let me say this. If Congress can agree on federal recognition, surely you can agree to do what, you raise your hand if you think it's wrong to name the building. No hands. Surely you can agree to name this building after two deserving people. For African Americans, imagine if the shoe was on the other foot. You're here asking a building to be named after a deserving African American, and everybody else in the room votes against it. The other two races vote against it. That's what we got. It's the elephant in the room that nobody wants to talk about, but it's there. And it's the voting bloc that's formed. You know what it is. General public may or may not know, but obviously whites and African Americans have now, there are 6 of you, and you have done what you are doing to exclude the 5 votes of American Indians. American Indians, in terms of population, obviously is about 50% of the school population. You know that better than I do. This is a slippery slope. For the good of the school system, you really should stop it. It will, it'll come back in time if you don't, to bite you. A plaque is just a gesture. People walk by it, they don't even see it. Never notice. Naming this building is the right thing to do. And if you don't think it's the right thing to do, then be bold enough to stand up tonight in this meeting and tell the public and everybody here why it's not the right thing to do. I thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Locklear. Last one is Miss Dale Alford. Miss Dale Alford. All right, doesn't look like Ms. Alford is here. Moving to action items. Next item of business is the monthly financial report. Ms. Erica Setzer.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Superintendent Dr. Williamson, and board members. You will find the monthly financial report in your packet. I can answer any questions anyone has at this time.
Mr. John Simmons.
Ms. Erica, has anything changed that we need to know about?
No, sir.
Make a motion to approve.
I got a motion by Mr. John Simmons, a second by Mr. Vontae Leach. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Setzer. Next is Construction Committee recommendations, Mr. John Simmons and Mr. Bobby Locklear. Mr. John Simmons.
The Construction Committee met on January 6th to review 2 requests made. Naming the building based upon public 9300 naming facility. Naming forms were submitted for James H. Hooks Planetarium, Horden Hunt School of Career and Technology. The Construction Committee reviewed the request but made the following recommendation: a plaque to honor James Hook to be placed in the planetarium area of the building, and a plaque to honor Dr. Barry Horton, Dr. Johnny Hunt be placed in the building.
Ms. Christie Fields.
Mr. Chairman, I offer a substitute motion to name the newly built planetarium the James Hook Planetarium. I further include in my motion that these names be placed on the outside of the building in large size lettering as the official names of the facility. I further offer that his portrait be placed on the wall as it has been done in other schools in Robeson County in recognition of Mr. Hooks. And I ask that we come together and vote as we have recently done with other recently named facilities in our county.
I got a motion, I got a second by Mr. Henry Brewer. Substitute motion will go first.
Hold on.
Mr. Terry Locklear.
I have a question for our attorney. If you take a look at our policy number 9300, naming facilities, it mentions the policy is not a prescribed process, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, but there are some steps in here that these individuals have followed. Namely, they've submitted the name of schools and school facilities nomination form to the superintendent, who then, I guess, forwarded to the full board for consideration. So I guess there's a couple of different ways a school can be named. It can be named, recommended by the district, or an outside entity can come in and submit this form. But during this process of submitting the form, there's also a requirement in here for a public hearing, and I don't think that's been done. And also, there's a committee here named the Facilities Committee. So is the Facilities Committee that's mentioned in Policy 9300 the same as the Construction Committee? If that's the case, then we need to update this policy to reflect that naming convention. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm wondering, is it appropriate for us to be voting on a recommendation from the Construction Committee about plaques? I'm fine with plaques. But in terms of naming the facility, there has been no public forum. The forum has not been held. There's been no input from the public other than these groups that came in and submitted the form and got all these letters of support. So I'm asking our attorney to chime in on the process. Have we fully followed it as prescribed in Policy 9300?
My understanding is that because it came from construction committee, that it can go ahead and be considered by the full board at this time.
But this doesn't mention the construction committee. It says Facilities Committee.
Do you want to comment, Mr. Bobby? Mr. Bobby Locklear would like to comment.
Good evening, Chairman Britt, Dr. Williamson, board members. So the way our process has worked in naming all other facilities that we've gone through in the past is that the recommendation has come to the full board. That recommendation has then gone to the construction committee. Once it goes from there, if the construction committee's recommendation is continue with that full name of that facility, at that point is the public hearing held. It is not held prior to it going to the construction committee.
Mr. Terry, you still have, go ahead.
There's no step 1, 2, 3 in this policy and how that's carried out. It sounds to me like a decision was made early on just to not have the public hearing.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
Yes, sir.
Our practice has been all along, because we've named several athletic fields, gyms, is that public hearing had to happen in the community from the group that was making a recommendation to name. That's been our practice. And if you look at the policy, the way that we have interpreted that policy, that's what it requires. And again, to the question in terms, that construction and facility is the same committee. Historically, in the past, it was, but it aligns now more with some of the state board committees. We can go back and modify that policy if that's an issue and add facilities.
So you're saying that the outside groups that are interested or bringing this name recommendation, they're the ones responsible for facilitating a public forum?
That's according to the way that we have interpreted this policy and our practice in the past. Yes, as part of submitting the forms, one of the questions was, did you conduct a public hearing to make sure there was support for the request?
So the recommendation from the construction committee is to not name the facilities, instead hang a plaque with their names on it. So we're not going to consider naming those facilities after these individuals.
That was the recommendation from the construction committee, Mr. Terry. Yes, sir.
I think Dr. Emmanuel has some further context to add as well.
Yeah, please speak.
Go ahead, Dr. Manning.
My context goes with, I want to go with Mr. Hooks. You may not, because God bless me, I'm a little older than anybody here. I was a student in school, elementary school. This man wrote a grant by himself. Now, and this is why he's deserving. He wrote this grant. He got this grant. This planetarium was built. We had a planetarium. Moorhead Planetarium was the only planetarium in the state at that time. People would have to go all the way to Chapel Hill, or wherever Moorhead is in Chapel Hill, right? They would have to go all the way to Chapel Hill on the activity bus to see a planetarium. This planetarium was built. As a consequence, counties like Hope County, Scotland County, Moore County would come to our county. We got on the map to visit the planetarium and schedule classes. This man absolutely deserved this building to be called the Hooks Planetarium. If he doesn't, I don't know what in the world does. I mean, folks, he put us on the map with science and space with this planetarium. I don't know if people knew that, but he wrote this grant himself and got $65,000. Back in those days, that was a lot of money to build this planetarium. And I have another context when we get ready to vote for the other as to, and this is the educational context, not the political context. This is something that I was here, I saw, and those my age saw it. Thank you for letting me speak.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Henry Brewer.
When, and for those that remember, when we did the groundbreaking, we recognized individuals that started the idea of a career center. And that was Dr. Harding and Mr. Johnny Hunt, Dr. Hunt. And like I said, you know, we've got all of these letters that was shared with us from our notorious county officials other than this school board. So if we don't act on their request, then we're not serving the public.
Go ahead, Dr. Manning, you're still on.
Okay. So can I make my context about the Hunt Harding building now? Okay. Back in the day, when Dr. Harding was superintendent, we had a Southern accreditation visit. That's when they come and to accredit us for a school. All right, this team went to the Career Center and they were so impressed. The lady, when they wrote the report, they said, this is the best kept secret in the state. You all need to publicize this Career Center. It was so good as to what was doing there. So Dr. Harding took that concept and he began to meet with RCC. He began to meet with UNCP. He began to meet with anybody who would listen to him across the state to try to secure funding to continue to make that a better place or to build a new school. He worked on it. He worked. It was his passion. All right, he worked during his tenure. Then when his tenure was over, Dr. Hunt began. They began then to form committees. They began to meet. They began to solicit. They would go to the Congress. He began to make, and then the biggest thing is when they found some money to hire an architect. Bosco might have been in on this, I don't know. They hired an architect and there were blueprints formed. From blueprints, then they did a needs assessment with the business and industry. They wanted to know, what do you need 10 years from now? What do employees need to know? They took that needs assessment, what the business and industry said that our employees would need to know. They formed a curriculum along with the blueprint. Then Dr. Hunt worked with that. He worked with it and he worked with it. He solicited help from any organization would help him. And those two men took a germ of an idea, a comment, a career center is the best kept secret alive that people are not sharing. And they worked religiously. And I have to give Dr. Williams credit. Dr. Williamson put the nail on the coffin at the end of this process. But those two guys worked, I'm telling you, they worked to try to make this concept a reality. And if we tonight decide, vote, if the vote goes not to name it after these guys, we have set a precedent that no one else, as long as this board stays as a body, no one else will get the opportunity to name anything after anyone else that's deserving. And Roland Norman School is an exception because that school was named in honor of two teachers. So I'm like that somebody said from the audience, but I won't be as radical as that. I do not know of any three people more deserving to have structures named after them, because there were those of us here that saw what they did. Mr. Bobby Locklear and Herman Locklear, they were in on those two administrations. They were not old enough to see Mr. Hooks go through it, but they were in on the other two, and maybe Erica got part of it, I'm not sure. But I appreciate you letting me give some context to it. But thank you, and thank you for the votes that you did tonight. But remember, we're setting a precedent when we vote now. Whatever comes before the board, I don't care who it is or what they did, if it's defeated tonight, then that's it. Nothing else will be named after anyone else.
Ms. Crystal Monroe.
I just wanted to, thank you, Dr. Manuel, for giving a lot of that information. And I do appreciate everything they have done over the years. Just my little input. And like you said, if it doesn't get named, then nothing should be named. And I agree with that. Just on my end of thinking about it is just maybe overlooking the other contributions that other people have put in or may have put in for the future, so to speak. So just say 10 or 20 years from now, other people are sitting here and have put just as much effort or equal, like where would their names go? So that's where I look at it as, is if then everything would have to be named after somebody. So that's why I thought about the plaque idea, because if other people contribute more or donate a bunch of money or put in as much 20, 30 years, everybody can be acknowledged for what they have done for the contribution. That I just wanted to show my thoughts on why I recommended the plaques. And just like if there was new information that came out for someone that, like just in the future, if there was somebody named the building and something horrible came out about that person, then it looks bad on us. So that's just where my thoughts are with naming something. Now, I hadn't been here before with naming a building. I know as far as like the gymnasiums and stuff like that, but that's just my input on it. I just wanted to be transparent about that.
Thank you, Ms. Monroe. Next up, Mr. Craig.
Legally, I don't know. So lawyer, this might get legal with you here. It's been said, and ever how it was supposed to have been done, there was not a public hearing. That hasn't happened. So I'm getting a call to do this, somebody else getting a call to do that. Can we stop this and require a public hearing with the James Hooks recommendation and with the Dr. Harden and Dr. Hunt recommendation? Can we stop, no vote, have a public hearing, or do we have to go through and have a vote tonight?
So the important thing here is that this recommendation is coming from the construction committee, right? So if your options here are basically to table the motion and revisit it later, or you can send this back and refer it to construction committee for further consideration.
Okay, so a motion could be made now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I make a motion that we table this recommendation tonight.
Got another motion made by Mr. Craig Lowry, second by Mr. Henry Brewer, that we table this motion. Mr. Terry Locklear.
I would also like to add that I think it's important for us to, and Mr. Craig has already made the motion, and that's sort of what I was going to allude to as well. If we go ahead and circumvent this process and decide not to do a public hearing, then we are ignoring the will of the public. And I would remind everybody around this table that we're public servants. The public put us in these seats. I don't think morally we have you may have the legal and the governing or oversight authority to circumvent the public in this process, but I'm going to ask you to think about your morals and what your core values, and consider the individuals that put us in these seats. Part of this process is very clear right here in black and white. Policy number 9300 is that there must be a public hearing to discuss or to listen to our constituents when we get ready to name facilities. Think about what Dr. Manuel has just said and the impact that these individuals have made and the contributions that they've made to this county, going all the way back to the 60s. If anybody went through the public schools of Robeson County, you heard Mr. Hooks, you heard his presentation, and he made an impact on you. So think about the individuals that put you in these seats.
Mr. Henry Brewer.
Mr. Bobby, when we named a stadium or whatever at St. Paul's High School, was track, it was the track. Was there a public hearing held with that?
Yes, so in every facility that has been named in recent knowledge that I'm aware of, again, that request has been brought. Construction committee says yes or no to that request. All of it has been yes. After they've said yes, that group is then directed to go have a public hearing. Once that public hearing is held, then it comes back to the board for action.
Okay, and what if the public fails to, I'm just throwing this out, fails to come up with a name?
So the group has already decided a name or recommendation for the tracks, baseball fields, courts, everything that we've named. There's already been a name that they've come up with. It's gone to the construction committee. Construction committee says, yes, have your public hearing. Then after the public hearing, they get comments, and then the report is brought back about what those comments were at that public hearing that was held by the group that's requesting the naming of the facility.
Mr. Vontae Leach.
All right. To be clear, the current board members that's on the board and stuff right now, we never named a school. We named a facility. We named a gymnasium. We named the football field. Right off the top of my head. And the stuff about public, stuff about the public and stuff, the public have a forum. The people that, if I'm correct, Mr. Bobby, the people that's bringing it to us have the public forum, not the board. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right, just to make it clear.
Mr. Bradley Phillips. Hit your button again, Mr. Bradley.
Mr. Vontae, he already hit on what I was gonna ask or, remind that that language is not PSRC have a public hearing. It's always, from my understanding, it's been put on, whichever group that's looking to have something named or, from my understanding, correct.
Mr. Terry Locklear.
Ms. Crystal mentioned earlier about naming facilities after individuals that are leaving. I actually had that same concern when we named the soccer field after the individual in Lumberton. And I just asked a question about naming, facilities after individuals that are leaving, because you're exactly right. They could come up, 2 years down the road and there could be some scandal or whatever. But it was one quick question I had. Individuals spoke up and said that was not going to be an issue. They were confident about that, and we just moved right on forward. So that wasn't an issue after that quick conversation. And I would also like to ask the individuals that came up and spoke about in support of naming the facility after Mr. Harden and Dr. Hunt, Drs. Harden and Hunt. Would y'all be willing to facilitate a public hearing?
Yes, and since I'm up on my staff, whether you want to or not, I serve long on this board in India. And we have public hearings, but the public schools had public hearings, not a group. Now, you can read the policy any way you want to, but now it's said in this statement, you say that the group's supposed to have a public hearing. That's a public school calls for public.
I don't remember when we done these in the past. I remember the public schools facilitating these public hearings. So
Hold on one second.
We
Hold on
had a
one,
public
hold on, hold on one second. Mr. Terry, go. Your mic is
we
on.
had a public hearing when we got ready to name the complex or the football field in Red Springs for Mr. Mike Smith. I was there. It was at Red Springs High School. And Mr. Bobby, I think, is the one that facilitated the meeting.
Mr. Craig.
Okay, the public hearings are facilitated by someone here at the central office, along with the people who come who support and don't support. When we named athletic facilities, a lot of times the athletic director from here might went and conducted a meeting, because I've been at meetings, been at those public hearings where you might have 20 people there. I think when they did the thing for Mike at Red Springs, there might have been 40 or 50 people. But I think Mr. Jerome was AD then, if I'm not mistaken, and he conducted the meeting. So that's where the conduction is at. Now, Mr. Bobby, we made a comment here that, okay, construction committee is going to make a recommendation, and the comments made, okay, after that, we vote on it. Then there's a public hearing. Is that what you're saying?
What has happened in the past when we named courts,
Right.
football fields, tracks, those individuals have made a request that the facility have been named after an individual. It's gone to the construction committee. Construction committee has then given their approval and said, have your public hearing. Then it is brought back to the board for action.
For actual action then. So,
And I'm sorry, Mr. Craig, but that is what's happened in where we've named courts, baseball fields,
Right.
tracks, everything that I'm aware of in the last 4 years that I've been part of. It's been brought construction, public hearing, then brought back to the full board for approval.
So now, Mr. Chairman Britt.
Yes, sir.
If we're getting a recommendation tonight, voted to go along with construction or don't go along with construction, do we still have a public hearing? I'm saying if it's not voted to do it, is there any need to have a public hearing? Nah, right. That's
Dr.
the reason I'm
Williamson.
asking.
Dr.
Yes.
Williamson.
Mr. Chair and board members, I want to make a recommendation that we do proceed to table this conversation and ask for a clear interpretation of our policy from our school board attorney before we try to move forward. I think that's the next step in this process, is a clear interpretation of our policy as it is written.
Mr. John Simmons?
I agree with Dr. Williams on that, but I also have a question, Mr. Bobby. Seemed like I remember the people, first principal at East Robeson, there was a committee that wanted to change that name, and it came to the committee, and we said, no, we're just gonna leave it East Robeson.
To my knowledge, it was not to change the name of the school. The request was to name the media center after that individual, and I think it was Mr. Kinlaw, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, nobody else speaking. I've got a last motion was by Mr. Craig and seconded by Mr. Henry to table this motion. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Been tabled. Thank you, Mr. Bobby. Mr. Bradley Phillips.
I move that the board enters into closed session for the following purposes: to consider confidential personal matters provided in North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A1 and A6 and 11.5C-319, and to consider confidential student matters as provided in North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A1 and 11.5C-402 and 28 U.S. Code 123G, to consult with the Board of Education attorney to preserve the attorney-client privilege and to discuss the following pending litigations: Amber versus Dunn, PSRC, or versus PSRC, 25C V01561, and Jonathan Dial versus PSRC, Board of Education, Freddie Williamson, Matthew Locklear, 25 CVS 005759-770, as provided in the North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A3 and to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.11A1, to consider closed session minutes that are confidential pursuant to North Carolina General Statute 143-318.10E.
I have a motion by Mr. Bradley Phillips go into closed session, second by Ms. Christie Fields. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. We are now in closed session.
To come out of closed
I
session.
got a motion made by Mr. Vontae Leach, a second by Mr. Henry Brewer to come out of closed session. All those in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve classified and certified personnel. Motion's been made by Mr. Bradley, second by Mr. Craig Lowry. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to approve legal issues. Motion's been made by Ms. Crystal Monroe, second by Mr. Vontae Leach. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Closed session minutes. Motion's been made by Mr. Vontae Leach, second by Mr. Henry Brewer. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. Motion to adjourn. Mr. Craig, motion to adjourn, second by Ms. Crystal Monroe. All those in favor say aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.